Well, we've been hoping and waiting for moisture, and we are finally getting it. Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Sam Shocker. It's been a mix of weather this morning with some snow in the mountains. Love to see it. But then look at here. Down in the metro, our day started with some major fog. You couldn't see the tops of some of the downtown buildings, as you see there. And then this Lookout Mountain camera was just white, but not anymore. Look at it now. It looks beautiful. There's been plenty of moisture, and we expect more showers this afternoon. So joining me now is our senior meteorologist, Chris Bianchi. Chris, you've been tracking that moisture not only in the metro, but up in the mountains as well.
Yeah, and really parts of Elbert, as well as eastern Adams and Arapahoe counties last night. If you're watching me from Kiowa, Elizabeth, Deer Trail, Agate, you got a really good amount of rain, a ½ inch to an inch of rain last night. That's a drought denter. It's not a drought buster or anything close, but we'll take it. That makes a difference. In Denver, some meaningful moisture. Most of us seeing about a 1/10 of an inch of rain last night. It has cleared out for us in the Denver area, but we've got a few more showers to go, and we've got some of that snow shower activity still ongoing in the mountains. In Denver, things are quiet, but in the mountains, seeing some of those snow showers, mostly in the West Elks, as well as on up through the flat tops, and a little leftover snow in the Rocky Mountain National Park area and through the Front Range. Right now in Denver, it's 52 degrees. It's a little cool out there, but it's a little bit wet with some of that rain that we picked up last night. 40s, 50s, Eastern Plains will finish below average today in terms of those high temperatures. But then on Thursday, we get a meaningful rain. I'll tell you about that in full detail in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Officials now say that the poi tree fire that's been burning since Friday in southeast Colorado is 40% contained. It's burned more than 2,100 acres near the small town of Kim, which is about an hour from Trinidad. Firefighters are hopeful rain will help them even more. Governor Polis declared a disaster emergency on Saturday to free up state resources. And our partners at the Coloradan have learned investigators still do not know what sparked last week's ponds fire on the west side of Fort Collins, but they are determined, or have determined rather, that a human did not cause it. Officials say it burned about 8 acres and it did spread into one backyard, but crews quickly put it out and no homes were damaged. One firefighter was treated for second-degree burns. And investigators are also unsure what led to the crash that resulted in a deadly fuel tanker truck fire yesterday morning. It shut down Santa Fe Drive near Bellevue for several hours. The driver was found dead inside the truck after crews spent hours fighting the flames and working to protect the South Platte River from hazardous runoff. The smoke plume could be seen around the metro area. You see there on that image. The fire burned next to a U-Haul business at Santa Fe and Chenango, causing damage to several moving vans. Inglewood police say they're waiting for the driver of the tanker to be properly identified so they can notify family. A driver is now recovering after their truck went over the side of what's known as the $1 Million Highway. That is between Silverton and Ouray. Rescue teams shared pictures of Saturday's crash on Highway 550 that sent a truck 400 feet down the embankment. It took a truck with a boom and winch along with 600 feet long ropes and multiple rescuers to get that driver out. And they say that driver has minor injuries. New at noon, Thornton Police says it has arrested a man in connection to a homicide that happened last week. Officers arrested 35-year-old Joshua Pittman. He's accused of killing a 66-year-old woman on Friday, April 24th. Police showed up to a home on West 101st Avenue near West 104th to do a wellness check on the woman. Officers found her dead once inside. And police ID'd Pittman as the suspect. He turned himself into North Glen Police Department yesterday. Police say he knew the woman. He now faces a murder charge as well as abuse of a corpse. A man has gotten a 13-year prison sentence for getting into a shootout and chase with Colorado law enforcement. It happened in Evergreen just one day after the shooting at the high school last September. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says 33-year-old Tyler Young stole a truck and drove to a Walmart. That is when Colorado State troopers and other deputies confronted him. The Sheriff's Office says he got back in the truck and rammed it into law enforcement cars. A trooper then fired several shots toward the stolen truck. No one was hurt in the shooting. If you've been over on East Colfax lately, you know there's a big project to create a bus rapid transit system. CDOT wants to do something similar along Colorado Boulevard through downtown. CDOT is planning a community meeting next month to present its plan. There's also a meeting this week with the Hilltop Neighborhood Association. They'll present 3 options: bus-only lanes on the side, mixed lanes, and bus-only lanes in the center.
We all in the neighborhood agree that Colorado Boulevard is old, a mess, needs to be fixed, needs to be changed. I think the question just becomes what about it needs to change, and I think that's where we want to just have an open dialogue with CDOT and be able to, have that conversation to make sure Hilltop is represented.
CDOT says this project will not overlap with the city's construction over on Colfax. Instead, they're thinking of 4 years from now in 2030 at the earliest. Well, Denver is officially replacing Bird and Lime's rentable scooters with a single provider. Last night, the City Council approved a 3-year contract with a company called VO. There is an effort to transition people who are currently getting free rides through Lime or Bird's low-income program. VO says it's already begun outreach, but it's a tall task. Lime says it has about 30,000 riders on the program. Bird says it has another 6,500. VO's new contract starts Friday. Bird and Lime are expected to fully exit the market by the middle of May.